welcome to MX24 News, coming to you live from Silicon Square here in Accra. My name is Ifwa Evans Chinwi. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II has called on the Inspector General of Police to deal with security challenges in the country ahead of the December polls. Student of Cape Coast University arrested for publishing an article on alleged insecurity on campus. Our correspondent has some details on that. Plus, today is World Food Day. When you eat, what do you look out for? Taste, health, or just satisfaction? We will be speaking with some Ghanaians on the street. But send us your thoughts via our social media platforms at MX24GH. All this coming up shortly. To stay. Our very first story, Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II has expressed worry over the alarming rate of violent crimes in Ghana. The Asante monarch has expressed fears the situation could escalate as the country goes to the polls in December. His remarks comes on the back of the murder of the MP from Fantiman Eko Hayford, who was shot and killed by unknown assailant. The Asantehene, who is equally worried over the proliferation of small arms, wants the police to take action to curb the menace. He was speaking when the IGP James Opombwenu paid a courtesy call on him at the Minister Palace.
Our safety is in your hands. You need to deal ruthlessly with anyone who misbehaves during this year's election. Ensure that we are all safe. There's only one Ghana. We have no other. Every 4 years we will vote, and we all need to understand that these things will change during these times. Let's all be patient in this year's upcoming elections.
The IGP, on his part, thanked the Asantehene and assured him of violent-free elections. Meanwhile, the IGP has advised Ghanaians to go quietly to the voting centres on December 7 and cast your ballot without fomenting trouble. He says the law will deal with anyone who attempts to distort the elections on that day. The IGP gave the advice while inspecting a simulation exercise organised by the Asante Regional Police Command at the Police Training School in Patasi. The IGP further expressed confidence that the police will be professional in discharging its duties ahead of the polls. Moving on, in a related development, actually, Professor J. Nano Pokwajiman has expressed disappointment in the Inspector General of Police, James Opombwenu, for his laid-back approach in executing his duties. Cataloging recent alleged security breaches, the vice presidential candidate of the NDC said the IGP need not wait for the president's directive before he acts. We'll bring you that video later. MX24 took to this. Right now, political scientist and analyst Professor Ransford Jampo has weighed in on the conversation regarding wives of deceased members of parliament being coerced to replace their husband in parliament. In an article, he cautioned political parties against the growing culture of sacrificing timeless principles, institutions, customs and traditions for political expediencies. Now, this comes on the back of the ruling New Patriotic Party selecting the wife of murdered Infantiman MP Eko Hayford as her husband's replacement in the forthcoming parliamentary elections. Last year, both the NPP and the NDC did similar things. My colleague Godwin Nambo had a conversation with Professor Jampo on the matter earlier today.
Do you think will be the next available option for political parties in this instance if they are not supposed to use the wives of, say, deceased members of parliament as replacements?
Well, they should do what is democratic. It's not. I'm not talking about street jackets, and I'm not saying that by all means there should be a rule against using the wife, of late MPs to replace them. I'm not imposing that straight jacket, but I'm saying that let us be careful in not perpetuating a precedent that may just sacrifice our time-tested principles, culture, customs, institutions and traditions. The point that would have to be made is that in trying to ensure that a certain seat is captured, let the political parties do all they can to capture power, but let them, in doing so, not sacrifice our culture, our traditions, and our principles. I think basically that is what they have to do. If you think that going for a widow and cutting short the mourning period of the widow who has just lost their husband would sacrifice our traditional and cultural or customary protocols, then you don't have to go that route and all that.
You're still watching MX24 News. We'll return shortly after this break.
Shop online, get free swipes, and enjoy greater security with a card that turns banking on its head. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA.
Hello, viewers. I'm feeling very frustrated and bored in Sambulai. I'm very happy. If you don't understand, don't worry, because myself, I don't understand. In this edition, Vodafone Ghana has now made it possible to send money from Vodafone Cash to all network free. We will cross over to our senior reporter for more details.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing in front downtown. You know, I'm learning to make a block. I'm not funny, I just said. Vodafone, I'm not quite said. What do you say? Sikatu Topia, Emily Topia, Echo all the network. I will check couple with Simon Tizo. Diamond Falcon.
Fifia, Matendo says, don't you put charges, Manome? Joe, you bro, charges on your wumlo, and the harmonium. A bit of says, do the heart, charges or Clandine.
Handing and you may fail in on me. Send America charges me no charges I met G naka charges say when you know money cafe ni BP oh and Vodafone oh
For me, I do a lot of online transactions. I just here. See, the excitement for me is that I get to save a lot on Vodafone Cash.
Please put me down.
I'm so excited. I can now send money to all networks without any charges.
Me ye dediniba. A BBS says a michiam a juma a forkan. Sika michia set charges no. A doso do. That's to say dear. Me the Vodafone Cash.
Sending money on Vodafone Cash to all networks is now free. Send any amount of money as many times as you like to all networks for free. Dial *110# now to send money.
Anyone for Masumo. Video 2. Put him in car. And yeah, we saw mommy.
This is the red news. Apologize.
The future is exciting. Ready?
They'll go with the 4-4-2 diamond formation for that early lead.
An early goal will settle the nerves.
Their away team has been in bad form. They will feel the pressure.
The home sides kept 2 clean sheets in a row.
It's all about momentum.
Who will have the stamina to last the 90 minutes?
The star striker is suspended.
They've got no kappa.
The marking will be tight.
This will be won or lost in the midfield.
This is why I bet.
This is why I bet.
This is why I bet. Betway, for the love of the game.
You're still watching MX24 News. You're welcome back. Now, the National Emergency Command Center has indicated that 90% of calls to their centers are usually prank calls, with majority of such callers being children. The situation, which the service describes as worrying, says it is as a result of the closing down of schools on the stay-home directive by President Akufo-Addo as part of measures to curb the spread of COVID-19 disease. Although they were encountering such challenges before COVID-19, the situation has worsened, with children spearheading such conduct.
Intensifies its effort to improve Ghana's emergency response rate by setting up the 112 emergency number to facilitate assistance to all in need. Access to the line has, however, been hampered by incessant prank calls. Prank calls to the emergency number cover about 90% of the call traffic, a situation they describe as worrying. Within few minutes, MX24 arrived at the National Emergency Command Center. About 50 prank calls were received, while others called for airtime, food. Some also expressed their love for the officials. SEMT Halimatu Mohammed shared her prank calls experience with MX24.
Somebody can just call you and you'll be like, my goat is sick, so please come and take my goat to the hospital. Somebody will be like, a mosquito and an ant or a fly are fighting, so the mosquito is wounded, so come and take the mosquito to the hospital. A whole lot. Somebody will even just call you and will just shout, I love you, and just cut the call. That's the extent of what we've experienced over here.
Matilda Neti, Principal Advanced Emergency Medical Technician in charge of the dispatch center, speaking on MX24's current affairs show Spotlight, said prank callers are blocked for 3 months.
We're not blocking the numbers.
So now you block numbers?
Yes, that's when I can boldly talk about that.
Why do you block numbers?
You see, as I said, one person within 30 minutes calling for more than 50 times. It prevents a distress caller to get access to the line. So when I realized that you are just calling, you don't have anything to say, and you are preventing others from getting access to the emergency, I have to block you. And then normally, we block them for 3 months. After 3 months, the system itself will reactivate.
Okay, so it resets itself.
Yes.
Okay, so within that 3 months, if I have an actual emergency, you know the saying that you cry wolf so much time that the day you are actually in distress, isn't that a disservice to the customer?
So before we will block you, as I said, personally, almost all of us, we do call them, educate them, and then advise them. You can see there are some people they are not ready to listen to, and you can't blame somebody for, like they said, they block. If truly you are not in need of an emergency, the line is not meant for making fans. So why do you call? To prevent somebody who is in a distress, who needs an urgent medical care, or maybe there's a fire outbreak or something, just for you to block the line, and that person will not get access. By the time the person will reach the service, whatever is there has been solved.
As at the time MX24 was leaving the center, over 11,000 prank calls were received within few hours.
As the world commemorates National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, cyberbullying has been on top of the conversation. Cyberbullying consists of spreading lies, hurtful messages, threats, or posting embarrassing photos of someone on social media. With technology improving and access to mobile internet gadgets, cyberbullying has been on the rise. According to cyberbullying statistics, more than 1 in 3 young people have been bullied online. A victim of cyberbullying, Sandra Ampofo, shared her experience with MX24 News.
Makeover, and it went viral for the wrong reason. The lady didn't tell me she was going to put it out, so I didn't know. So just imagine that on your birthday and you get screenshots of people sending you such an image, a before and after. So I was a bit disturbed. I was depressed and all that. So that got me very, very sad. Coming out was a problem. Eating was a problem, because when you read certain comments from people, it really gets you down. You don't even know me, so why type certain things about me? It was definitely, you would think of suicide. You would think of committing suicide, because everyone is looking down upon you, low self-esteem, your confidence is down. Even if you believed in yourself, they are bringing your spirit down. Being cyberbullied is not an easy thing, and I wouldn't want anyone to experience that. I wouldn't want anyone to experience that. The tears, the depression, the pain.
Let's move to our earlier story where Professor J. Nana Opokuwajiman has expressed disappointment in the Inspector General of Police, James Opongwenu, for his laid-back approach in executing his duties. Cataloguing a recent alleged security breaches, the vice presidential candidate of the NDC said the IGP need not wait for the president's directive before he acts.
When Ayawaso happened, we were told some people had gone there in face masks, and that they were wearing the mask to ward off mosquitoes. You heard it, I heard it. Are we taking our security seriously? Just recently, we heard people had gone to the Volta region, had invaded police stations.
Yeah, separatist movements.
Whether they are there, I don't know. I haven't seen the reports. Whether it's separatist movement or somebody else, because they themselves have come to deny. You know that. So you cannot keep saying
so
that.
that's the Homeland Study Group has denied that.
Yes. So
but there were
there's
two
another
groups.
5 or 6 groups. I don't know. I don't have the reports. You see, let's not divert attention from where the right intervention should be. People have gone there. They've gone into the armory. Who has the guns now? What has happened? Okay? What has happened? And if all these things we hear about vigilantes are true, some are, if it is true, some are being trained, some are being armed. We are putting everybody's security at risk. It's unfortunate it's an MP person. Next time it may be a market woman. She matters too. It may be a child walking in the street. That child is also important. So when people are saying, I'm not saying don't protect MPs. I'll not say that. But I'm likely to side with the group that says, let us see what is wrong with our security now.
What do you see to be the problem?
I don't know. But obviously there's something gone wrong. If people can simply go to a police station and just, take over the armory, who knows what those things are? What was the police doing at the time? Drove around town, not one town, not 2 towns. When did that information get to the people who should act? When did they act? Are we serious about this or we are not? It's as simple as that. People are put in positions of responsibility. We're talking about this whole thing about, it's Mahama again and so on. He took responsibility. Who has taken responsibility for this?
The president has issued a directive to the IGP he needs to deal with these issues.
With all respect, I don't think needed to wait for the president to issue a directive. It's his job.
So he's not doing his job well enough?
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm very slow at condemning people. Maybe a certain report could have come from him to the president. And that report would even seek support in this is what I plan to do. That's what I need.
You're still watching MX24 News. We'll return shortly after this break to stay.
Tired of you trying to get rid of me every chance that you get.
My gun is in the trash.
I've worked very hard to get you, Francis, and you know that.
Because I don't deserve you. I didn't think you could handle it.
Sleeping with another man.
bed and you're telling me it's not your fault.
Pray I'll never need your services.
A perfect world where love doesn't blind all truth.
I'm getting married this weekend.
Don't touch me. Don't you ever touch me. See you. Have your way with me. You use me as usual. You are.
Hey! Don't!
Are they connected?
You're welcome back. You're still watching MX24 News. Today, October 16, is UN World Food Day. The day is set aside to create awareness about issues of obesity, nutrition, and hunger. The theme for this year is Grow, Nourish, Sustain Together. Our actions are our future. To commemorate the day, MX24 News set out to ask food consumers what they look out for in food. Is it taste, health, or satisfaction?
Between food is practically part of our culture here in Ghana because a lot of people do take eating very seriously. As the world marks the food day today, we want to find out from food consumers, what do you look out for when purchasing food? Is it the taste, satisfaction, or health?
Okay, so like when I'm buying food, I just look at the taste first, and then the quantity here.
So when I'm buying food, I look out for the taste and the health aspect as well.
Whenever I am buying food, I look out for a clean environment. I also do not like a lot of spices in my food, so I look out for my health.
Not with the quantity, but at least when you are buying, you should buy it to the satisfaction of your money.
So we are here at a restaurant in East Legon called Peng Peng Restaurant, and we want to see how the food you consume outside is made. I have with me here Hajia, who is going to talk to us about what they do here. Hajia, good morning.
Fine morning, madam. Patroye duane ekọ fast wa haye wachi.
Adentia na nkofo tose duane.
Patro akra ha nkasa na o mani gi wachi. Wachi ni tuozafi. O mani gi ho pa.
And World Food Day. Then obeka actual consumers or more beto wejiani no. What will you tell them?
Patronia kakra me ka akira omo ne say omo nkoso mre to ye aduane. But so mu beto aduane so mu hu say ade bi wo ho a enya ma omo betima boy amane.
What she is saying is basically that they take the health of consumers very seriously, and so if you come here to eat food and then you find something wrong with the food, just tell them. They will be able to correct that for you. So it is evident that many people choose what they want to eat based on diverse reasons, but for me, I'll go with the taste. For MX24 News, I am Adjoa Tinkama. Happy World Food Day.
Happy World Food Day. Now joining us on phone is a registered dietitian, Prince Yale Aban. Prince, I don't know if you had the opportunity to watch the video just gone by, but we do love our food. It appears people go for taste more than anything else. Should that be a worry?
Yes. Hello, can you hear me?
Sure, I can.
Okay, so as far as the things, there are factors that people consider before they choose their food. So your food dislike, your life, food habits, even your religion also comes into play. But then health should be at the focus of the food we choose. Because at the end of the day, when you take in nutritious food, be safe, that will help you live an active and healthy life. So health should be at the center of the food that we eat.
And Also, you know, there's this saying that eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and supper like a pauper. Is that the right order?
No. They're all foods or all balance is about moderation. So it's not about increasing one and then eating like a pauper the other time. That's not the way to eat.
So everything should be done moderately?
Yes, everything should be done moderation. And then also, if you realize that for most of our food, the issue with cost and access is the main issue. So even with the World Food Day team, it's talking about grow, nourish, and sustain. So for the growth, it's about us growing variety of food. So even if we, for example, fruits and vegetables, if people have backyard gardens and they're able to grow food, it makes access easier. And also with seasonal eating, if you're able to purchase or buy food that are in season, so fruits and vegetables that are in season, that means if fruits are in season, costs are less. And then we're also getting our fruits and vegetables in that regard.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prince Aban. Prince Aban is a dietitian. Let's move on. The management of the University of Cape Coast has alleged caused the arrest of one of its students, Osaya Jiman, popularly known as Fidel. According to some students, Fidel was whisked away by police officials on Thursday for allegedly publishing on his blog the state of insecurity on campus. Reports also suggest that he's being asked to substantiate the claims on his blog before his release. Let's cross over now to the Central Region, where our correspondent Nana Bengin Jojo Emisa has been following the story and joins us with updates. Nana Bengin, what is happening now?
Well, what is happening now is that currently the student who was arrested, according to the university spokesperson, has been granted police bail after his statement was taken by the police. So the report that the students were planning to have a demonstration following his arrest has also been put on hold per my checks at the university.
But I'm sure you had the opportunity to speak with the police. What did they actually say?
Yes, I had the opportunity to speak with the public relations officer or the director of public affairs of the university, Major Retired Kotiba Bentung, who confirmed the arrest of the student. However, he also indicated that his arrest, the gentleman who was arrested wasn't the public relations officer of the Student Representative Council, but he is a student. Currently, he told me the school doesn't have SRC in place. So the information that the student who was picked up by the police was the spokesperson for the Student Representative Council is not entirely true.
Right, Nanabe Jojo Emisa, thank you very much for that update. And that's it for MX24 News, which came to you live from Silicon Square here in Accra. My name is Ifwa Evans Chini. Do stay tuned for more news.